Hello, friends. Anyways, today I am gonna do shortcuts, Unreal shortcuts. There are tutorials, there are tips, but I haven't seen a whole bunch of shortcuts. And I'm gonna do Unreal shortcuts for this series because I see a whole bunch of tutorials and I know the guy knows that there's shortcuts. And there's a whole lot of people who don't want to talk about shortcuts, but shortcuts can be very, very, very helpful. And so I'm going to teach a couple shortcuts. Today, for instance, I don't have internet on my computer. I have internet, but not on my computer. And I want to create a new template, but I can't. I can access any of these files, but I can't create a new template. And for clarification, this is a weird situation we got here because there are templates on here that aren't supposed to be on here. So for instance, this is the first person template, but it is from C/program files /epic games /UE4 /templates /first person blueprint and it goes into .u project. Oh no. What have I done? What have I done? Basically, not only can you edit your default templates, but just to clarify, if you do this, don't delete this template if you do something like this, but you can edit this template and you can make your own default templates. And this is without coding. There's a little code. There's a really good AI that's the reason why this is happening. There's a really good AI that's the reason why this is happening. But you can actually make it to where you don't even have to go into Unreal Engine projects all the time. But I'm going to show you the shortcut anyways. So let's say you're having a problem. You want to open a new template. Because you just want to open a new template. Maybe you crashed a couple files in your CPPs. Or you just want to have space for something else. You want to create a folder for something else. And you want it to be dedicated to something like, I don't know, a asset folder, which I discussed, that you should have a separate asset folder so you can migrate that asset folder to a different asset folder, or you want to migrate something to something else, or there's so many variations of something that can happen. What if you want to have a blank folder but you want to migrate something specifically from a template into that, like a, never mind. Oh, there's so many reasons why you can use this. So this is going to be the first shortcut I show. And I know there's going to be people who say, well, I knew this shortcut or whatever. This isn't for you. This isn't for you. And I get to talk about my nerdiness in this shortcut. Something that is one of the first things I ever learned was Unix. And so what I'm about to do is, and by the way, I got a lot more weird stuff going on here too, which some of you already know how to do this, but for me, I do actually have some weird stuff going on in here, like some really weird stuff going on here that just shouldn't be. Just shouldn't be. But just to cover my ass, I'm going to show this first, and I'm going to scroll down. And that's all I have to show. I don't even have to say that you should go click on Epic's Terms of Service, because what I'm not distributing. I'm not distributing, but I'm just showing this for copyright reasons. I don't even have to repeat it verbally. I just have to show that document. I don't even know if I have to show that document, but I just do that. And I'm not going to show where that document is, but I'm just going to say that that's the document you need to do weird stuff like this 90% of the time. And Epic's, I don't think Epic's going to pounce on you for it. The reason why they do that is because of terms. So anyways, I want to create a new project template. I can't even create a blank because of this. So I'm going to go ahead, open these folders. Let's start from PC. Go to your drive, which could be any type of drive, hard drive or solid state. Find your program files. Go down here, find Epic Games. Find the engine that you want to use. And look at that, there's templates. In a perfectly normal file. Why is it so obvious? Anyway, there's so many weird stuff that I learned today. So, first of all, because I do and have learned C++, there's going to be some differences. You're going to notice templates that say BP, and then templates that don't say BP. The templates that don't say BP are C++ templates. Just a reminder, there is no disadvantage to having a BP template because you can do C++ in BP. So I always open a BP one anyways, even when I do C++. I used to just open C++ ones, but they also have BPs, so I don't know why they even separate the two, because the engine is automatic, and I'm about to prove a point. So the only template that I haven't tested, because I've tested this 3 times to make sure that I want to break the engine. That's what I want to do. But I'm not trying to break the engine. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not breaking the engine. So first of all, you see that I have config and media. I'm not going to open these, but there's something weird that's going to happen here. And just to prove a point, I'm actually going to close Epic Games. What happens if I launch game? Oh, look, a save file. Huh. A save file. And yeah, it's going to look weird for a second, but that's okay. Just give it a minute. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Nothing's happening. I'm going to... it's probably because it's a blank file. But I'll get to that. So I'm going to close that. Look at all these folders that just popped up. And then I press open. And boom, there is my blank file. That is my blank file. My content folder filled with nothing. It's so sad to see a content folder filled with nothing. And then I'm going to close that. And then, of course, what I can do then is open Epic. I can close this now. Sign in later. And it's going to do something weird. So I'm going to open Epic a second time. Sign in later. Acts normally. I have all my templates still. And I'm looking for the blank template. That one, I don't think that one's it. Where is my blank BP? If it doesn't show up, I know why. It's probably because you have to have the Epic app opened, because it might be encounter part to the Epic app. So I actually just did, I missed a step. So I'll go back to, sorry for those of you who have to do this again. This PC, drive, users, oh wait, I messed up. Program files. This PC drive, program files, Epic Games, or wherever your Epic Games is, template, where was it? Blank. BP. Blank BP. Open. And something should have happened now. There it is. TP blank BP. And why? Just why? Look, man. No, I really, no, I get it. Like, this is like, okay, no noobs allowed. But look, it's like, but the AI is saying it's okay. The AI is saying it's okay. And then from that, I can just clone this. This is so silly. So I get a new template. This is, don't delete this. If that happens, never delete these templates. Okay, so this is, in a way, shortcuts are bad, but in a way, shortcuts are good. You can backspace. I want a new name. Let's say, I can't think of anything, so I'm just gonna say grass. Okay, and then I'm gonna do browse, and then I'm gonna press. I'm gonna go back to this PC, C drive. Just to show something else. Users. Am I this much of a nerd? Yes, I am this much of a nerd. Silver with a capital S. Tutorial. Silver. Desktop. // tutorial. Tutorials. And I'm going to show why that is. Tutorial folder name is not valid. Okay. I know why. God damn it. Do it. What's going on? Users, silver. I missed a step somewhere. I think I mispronounced tutorials, but that's alright. In tutorials, I'm gonna select this, and wow, oh, it's valid. It's valid. I don't know. There's a misstep that's happening here, and I'll share with you why. But if I create this, blah blah blah, this isn't a code project, and it is, blah blah blah, just continue. Okay? It's going to give you a whole bunch of warnings that just aren't really true. So this is my new template that goes to my desktop. No, that's the program files one. Hold on. I named it grass. Where did I put grass? Where's grass? The fuck? There it is. Alright, so I'm going to right click on grass. Open. There's going to be something that happens. And now I get to select the engine I want to use. I'm going to select 4.26. And that's interesting. It's an interesting way of migrating assets. You don't have to do it that way. Man, there's a lot of bullshit you can do with this. But now you can make default templates. On top of being able to make default templates, now, I mean, you don't even need to have the internet to create new projects, like a tutorial project that you're not even going to sell. On top of that, there's a whole lot of like I could create default templates. Like look, I have our code, right? I could make that a default template. That would be so ridiculous. I'm sorry. The one thing I'm gonna do is I want to take my whole vault, because this is something that's so silly, that I always thought was silly, was I have a whole vault here. This is add to project. All these are actually just templates and pieces of code and new projects all somewhere else, and they could just be in all one big template, and that could be a default template. What's the advantage of having a default template that has all that shit in it? Well, as you just saw, when I copied all that stuff, like, so for instance, this is so silly, but there is a template here that I want to update. That I've been wanting to put in 4.26. So this is going to say create project. I can't choose 4.26. But what I can do is something dumb. Now, I don't know if I can do this. This is the first time I'm testing this. So everything I'm doing right now is experimental bullshit. Fun. So I can't do 4.26, but I really like 4.26. So what am I going to do? What is the bullshittery that I'm about to do? I don't know if it'll have permissions, but I am an admin, so let's try it. Epic Games 4.26. Let me see if I can add a new folder. Custom. Just so I don't fuck anything up. Temps. I wonder if it'll check for that. Custom temps. And I'm going to select this folder. Path is reserved for first party usage. Okay. But there's still a way around that. So there should be a way around that. So I'm going to do documents. This is so I really want to explain. This is where I'm sweating now, but I really want to explain this license document after this. I really do, because this is all kinds of bullshittery that I'm doing. I know it, so I'm just gonna get into documents, Unreal Project. Somebody's gonna be like, "You're in so much trouble." I know, I'm just a nerd. So for now, I'm going to let that load up, and then I'm going to reload it in Unreal 4.26. And this is a shortcut. So if you're waiting to update something, and the file's like, no, we can't really do this in 4.26. Well, I mean, it's a coded project. Migrating coded projects isn't allowed. Blah, blah, blah. That's experimental. I'm not entirely sure that that's really the case, because technically every Blueprint project is a coded project, and technically every template gets loaded up with these templates. I'm going to pause here to take a little break, and I'm going to be right back. So there's my template. And look, something I have to say, I'm pretty sure at this point I am hacking. I might be hacking, like over Sorry, so I just wanted to save a whole bunch of time, because what I did was the experiment I pulled off did not work out. And so what I did was all I did was clicked on new project, changed engine, cut it out, and then cleared up my Epic Act and pasted it back, and then opened it, and it did actually work.